Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
Nelson from the gun, he'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Third down and 13. Operating from the gun, Nelson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
His throw incomplete. Deonte Banks in the right spot there to break it up. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. And bulldozing his way through. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. At the 27-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That one taken in by Neighbors. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. On the draw play, Coleman. And fights through one man. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Coleman. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. It's Coleman here, and he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, and the Giants have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
To the air with McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. This ball taken in here by Brooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
3rd and 3. Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Oh, what a move. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Coleman will try up the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he will take it on in Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now Nelson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Nelson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's the big number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, right back to Etienne. Gets past one man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's complete, right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Nelson, incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Nelson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Running left, Coleman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now 2nd and 3. Etienne up the middle.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 12. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. In motion, the tight end. Here's Nelson from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there, with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Giants 27, Vikings 6. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 9.
Looking to throw. Nelson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw now on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now they hand off to Coleman. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Try to take this home. They'll run.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Jackson to throw.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Here we go. First and goal. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next first score is James 27, Vikings 9.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.